talking. It's already good.
Oh, hello. My name is Jonh Davies. I'm a landscape consultant. My company is Jonh A. Davies Landscape, or John Arthur Davies, actually. That's my full name. And I thought this has taken me quite by surprise. Jessica my carer, she has a podcast in which she broadcasts to the Philippines, and I mentioned that I wanted to engage in a podcast myself to advertise the services of my company. And as I said, my company is essentially a landscape design consultancy. We design both gardens and landscapes, and we've done projects in the UK and Europe and the Middle East, including North Africa and West Africa, and also on the other side of the Middle East, including India and Sri Lanka at the tip of India. And just to give you my background, I served my apprenticeship in horticulture with Manchester Parks Department. And it was a 6-year, including a probationary period of 1 year, it covered 6 years. And that has proved to be the basis of the bedrock of my career. And I ended up being based in Bahrain, and it had been when it was 2018 to retire. But circumstances changed, and and here I remain. And in intending to retire, I wound down the company to a great extent. But since that decision was made, there'd been other factors. I've been very ill, and it's taken me a long time to recover from it. But I'm ready to go now, and ready to work again, so to say. I can't work very well. When I say I can't work very well, my brain's still functioning, and I can design gardens and landscapes. But the illness I had severely affected my mobility, and so that's precluded me from traveling anywhere. And that's part of the podcast, because if I can secure projects overseas, I don't necessarily have to be there to actually undertake them. I can do the designs with my staff, can be prepared here, and then through electronic communication, transmitted, wherever whoever's actually, the client who maybe wish to undertake the project himself, or a local landscape consultant. And that basically is what I'm about. And there's another factor as well, insofar as I've had certain experiences through my life, and which have been, you might say, transcendental. And it was Emerson who brought that to my attention, the great American philosopher. I was very impressed with him as a teenager, and I read his essay, what was it called? You know, self-reliance, and that's what I've always tried to do. You know, be self-reliant, and this is a demonstration of it actually. But talking about the transcendent, during the 60s, during my apprenticeship, I became I became interested in transcendental meditation. I'd attended talks by Maharishi, who introduced this particular meditation technique, which he called transcendental meditation, which involves transcending the material world. And though it may seem strange, I never seem to be, what can I say? It's difficult to describe an indescribable state, but it does take one's attention to a level that is particularly a level of the mind that's, well, I can only describe as very beautiful. And in the light of what's going on in the world at the moment with Ukraine, Sudan, and now Israel and Palestine, I feel that we've got to we've got to acquaint ourselves deeply with that transcendent state, which through frequent visits to it, if we might use that, if that is an expression that may be used, we can bring the qualities out of that state, which is just, basically love. And we can spread it around in the atmosphere, and to people's benefit. And so that's an aspect of my work as well, because gardens represent mankind's highest estate. So in a way, the garden represents the Garden of Eden, and that beautiful condition where we were intimately connected with our Creator. So that's what I wish to do, and I'm going to pursue podcasts, and this is my first foray into that area. So I look forward to communicating with you again. Thank you very much for listening to me. Okay, so let me listen to that. But I need to be properly dressed for me, Jessica.
Yeah, don't worry.